Okay, hello, good morning. It's another beautiful Saturday of 30 minutes of dyslexia with Blessing Ingyape. I am Blessing Ingyape. I am super excited to have you today on this awesome edition of 30 minutes of dyslexia. It is a Children's Day celebration edition, as you all know or assume. On the 27th of May, it was Children's Day, and it's a day we set aside to celebrate kids, okay? Kids, all kids, every child. And on that note, we've been having special editions of all of our events with kids. We had the dyslexia show on Instagram yesterday with Okezika, our 6-year-old neurodiverse kid. You should watch it. Just head to @blessingyape_the dyslexia coach. You see it on my IGTV. You shouldn't miss that. Quite an interesting session. And today I'm super excited to have two amazing young ladies. Yes, Fatima and Chiamaka. Okay, I can see Fatima in the background. Uh, Let me confirm that Chiamaka is headed to the background too. Okay, so I'm so excited. So who is watching us? Let us know who you are. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being here. Thank you, Coach Doshima, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very excited to have you all here. So if you're here, just let us know where you're connecting from, um, your location. It's good to know that we are all connecting from different parts of the world, because these kids actually that you've been seeing on our shows are all connecting from different parts in Nigeria. Okay, okay, Zika down in Port Harcourt, Fatima down in Nasarawa, and my darling Chiamaka down in the east. So it is a community. All right. So let me bring Fatima up. Who is Fatima? If you have gone through the post I made, I'm sure you've seen the interesting story of her life. You know, I love these girls so much. Okay, so Fatima is 10 years old. You know, I love to start by also appreciating parents for letting me have their kids here. Thank you so much. Thank you to the Obiorans. Thank you to the Chukwuemekas. Thank you so much for for letting me bring your kids on this show. So Fatima is 10 years old. She's a wonderful and lovable child. Her learning difference was noticeable right before she started school. Um, Later, ADHD, attention and deficit hyperactivity disorder, also became evident. As she grew older, she began to fall behind in school and started to lose her self-esteem. Occasionally, she cried to sleep because she was emotionally bullied by classmates. It's a real life story. All the schools she has ever been to failed to provide accommodations or modifications to help, despite being told about dyslexia, one of the problems we are facing in Nigeria. Undeniably, there has been tremendous effort by her parents. Kudos to you, parents, and the awesome team of Dyslexia Help E Academy. Great work we do here, I must say, to support her and provide interventions. With this, she has achieved remarkable improvement and now has a positive attitude to school. Outside school, she's creative with colors and loves to sing and tell stories. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Fatima. Good morning, Fatima. Welcome.
Hi,
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. So let us welcome our next guest for today, Chiamaka Chukwuemeka, aka Blessing. You know, she's my namesake, and she said it's Blessing she wants. So she was popularly known as Chiamaka. You know, but after intervention with us, she said, no, she wants to be Blessing too. She wants to start using her name Blessing, because I am Blessing. Her mom's name is Blessing. She's Blessing too. So the three B's. So Chiamaka Chuemeka Blessing is 15 years old. She's very smart. She is indeed a very smart and friendly girl. Her learning difficulties started with delayed speech development, and she started talking at age 4. Her nursery and early primary education came with a lot of struggle as she had to repeat some classes, and school was not an exciting place for her. Believe me, school will not be exciting for you if you keep repeating. Okay, by the time she was 10 years old, her parents were able to advocate for a school that agreed to offer her some accommodations by reading out her questions for her, and her grades improved as she got most of the answers correct. Her major turning point started in 2020 during the COVID-19. A formal assessment was done and severe dyslexia was diagnosed. Her parents signed up for Dyslexia Help Africa A Academy for intervention. She has made remarkable progress in her reading classes, and that has improved her performance. Most importantly, she has regained her self-esteem, is excited about going to school again. She has a passion for taking care of babies, and younger children. Oh, mother hen. She also has interest in cooking and baking activities around the kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Chiamaka Blessing. Yay! Welcome, Chiamaka. How are you?
Fine, sir. Fine.
Okay, yeah, let me take this banner up so we can see your face very, very well. I'm super excited to have you all this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Fatima, let's start with you. Talk to us. Who is Fatima? Just in case people are wondering that who is this? Who is this beautiful girl?
I'm, I'm Fatima Oborin. I live in Lafayette. I'm from Edo State. I'm a
Okay,
Muslim.
okay,
I have a
okay.
younger sister named Mariam. I have two parents named Khadijat and Isa. My,
Oh, that's
my,
amazing. Super interesting parent. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Okay. All right, so you can mute now as I talk to Chiamaka. So anytime I'm talking to the other person, just mute your mic, okay? And then when I'm back to you, you can unmute. Okay, my darling Chiamaka, talk to me. Talk to who is
My,
Chiamaka? Tell us about yourself.
my, I like myself. My,
Mm,
I love everyone. My name is,
ah,
my name is Chiamaka Blessing. I am
mhm.
50 years old.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today, Chiamaka. I'm super excited to have you all. Okay, so
And
Fatima, back to you. Yes, so you can unmute now. So I'm sure you probably have heard the word learning difficulty or dyslexia before.
yes.
So can you tell us about that word? What do you think it means when we talk about learning difference or learning difficulty?
There are difficult in learning that will make it hard for people to for people to read and write. They have their own problems. Some of them are different, and it will be hard for them to understand.
Okay, okay, wow. That's quite I love that. You know, she talks about them being different, about them having learning difficulties in some areas, but then also being gifted in other areas. Thank you very much, Fatima, for that. Okay, Chiamaka. Yeah, I know you enjoy school now. Yes, you enjoy
yes,
school
ma'am.
now. You love school. You're always sending me pictures in your school uniform, enjoying school. Even when
Me.
you're having, yes, even when we're having intervention, you sent a voice note to Miss Doshima. You're telling her that you have a lot to do. Doshima, I said I was going to talk to you about that voice note. I forgot. She was telling me that Miss Doshima is not happy because she has a lot to do, a lot of school work to do that she wants to go back to. So you love school now. But how was school before? Yeah, I know that before you were not so happy about school. So can you tell me about that? How was school like before now? Now you love school, but how was school before?
Cool enough and because my classmates are laughing at me and then my teacher is applauding me.
Wow, wow. I mean, she has just, I'm sure that we have a lot of teachers watching us, parents watching us, and I'm happy we're hearing it straight from the kids. And she has said the school wasn't good then. Why? Because one, her friends would always laugh at her. Then secondly, the teachers would always flog her. In fact, if you know me and you've been following me, I'm not a fan of flogging kids. As a teacher, it is not your duty to flog children. They put them in your care for you to teach them. You need to find a way to let them learn without you inflicting pain on their body. Thank you very much for that, Chiamaka. How about you, Fatima? How was school like for you before now?
But school wasn't easy at all. People make fun of me. They they always try to make me look bad, and they and and it was even hard for me to read or write when I was small.
Wow. So everyone, you can see that what Chiamaka is saying and what Fatima is saying are all going in the same line. Means to have kids who are struggling with learning their class. This is how they feel. You not talk too much. Let me allow them talk. Okay, so Chiamaka, but now you love school. Yeah, now you love school. They're even telling Ms. Doshima to do quick because you have plenty work to do in your voice note. So why do you love school now? Why is it different? Why do you love school now?
But I love school because I my classmates they're not laughing at me and the teacher is applauding me.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. And you know, teachers is really important. Like if you know that a child cannot read, of course you should know that if you have a child in your class, you know your children's strengths. It is totally wrong for you to ask them to stand up and read because what's going to happen that if they are unable to read, the next night the class is going to laugh. It's also important that you have a very healthy class. I always recommend that if you have kids with learning difficulties in your class, have a circle time, okay, and let your students in class understand what learning difference is. That the fact that somebody cannot read doesn't make them less important because there are some things that they can't do either. Like I know Fatima is good with painting. There are some kids that can't even draw a cup, so it's important that when you have these kids in your classroom, you have circle time and you make the kids in that class to understand that it is totally okay for people to be different. So now talk to me, Fatima. How about you? Why do you seem to love food more now?
Well, every time when I do my school, I just shake it off and start over again to begin a
Wow,
new beginning and
I
thinking
love
of that.
wow, I love that. I love this
But
perspective. Did you
I
hear what Fatima said? Well, I love that. The fact that you shake it off, you have learned to shake it off. This means that you still make some mistake, but you don't beat yourself over it. You shake it off, you learn from it, and you move on, right? That's
yes.
amazing, Fatima. Awesome, awesome. So, Fatima, what would you say was your worst day in school ever? Can you tell us about that experience?
Well, one day when I came back from school when I went to school, my classmates were making fun of me, and it was really frustrating. I got my anger so hard that I just turned two things: my teacher's pencil case and and my eraser. Then the next time they were making too much noise and I got so angry that I wanted to shout. It
Wow.
and my teacher caught me. Then I then then when when it was when it was almost time to go home, I was trying to read a book that our madam gave us. But someone called me when I was trying to read it. Someone called me a terrible reader. It was hard for me to it was hard for me to shake it off when I went to school. When I came back from home, I just keep that in my head all the time. But and it's hard for me to shake it off.
Wow. Wow. Will not cry. Will not cry on in the name of Jesus. It is so touching. I mean, you can see the experiences. She's even trying to cry. Even me, she's trying to make me cry over here.
Mm.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Mm, it's my tissue. It's okay. Okay, let's move on. And Chiamaka, talk to me. What's one of your worst day in school? The day you went to school and you weren't so happy.
Mm, because my sister, I'm very happy
Okay,
because
let me rephrase. Okay, let me rephrase the question so you can hear me well. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So, I'm sure there are when you were in your former school. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, you didn't like to go to school because of some things. So, can you talk to me about some of the things that made you unhappy? The worst day in school. Like Fatima told us some experiences. She was called a terrible reader. People were making noise in class and she couldn't concentrate. She shouted, but the teacher didn't understand. She was punished for that. And other experiences she mentioned. So I know that before now, you really didn't enjoy school. What are some of the things that happened in school that made you not to enjoy school?
That's why you, you know that I don't know how to read because my Igbo teacher started telling us that to read Igbo storybook and then you
Wow.
flog me because I
Wow.
don't know how to read the Igbo storybook.
Wow. Igbo textbook teachers, this is someone who can't even read fluently in English yet is asked to read an Igbo textbook. And because they couldn't read it, they are being flogged for it. This really getting me emotional. I don't want to start wailing here. Maybe I should off my camera and cry small first. Then I'll come back because why would you flog a child because they can't read? Okay, let's move to your best days in school. So Fatima, talk to us.
I'm not
I know,
drinking.
since you came to it's been better. Talk to us now about some of the best days you've had in school and why.
When I when I when I when I went when it was Children's Day in second term, I went in second term. I had That's when I had a test. I was confident in in the test is like I will, but not too confident, or I will get too that overconfident. Then then when it was time, I rang I rang the bell. I rang the bell. Then it was then we were surprised to see a a a bouncing place, the bouncy castle with three more, and we jumped and had fun. We had it when it was Wednesday, when it was sporty, when it was time to do some sports.
Okay, wow, wow. The confidence you had, finish your work early and then go do other activities. Okay,
Yes.
Chiamaka, yeah, talk to me now. I know you always love school. What happens in school now that you always want to go to school? You even come to the class and be telling us that you have homework, oh, you should do and finish quick. So talk to us. What happens in school now that makes you love school? What are some of the things that have happened in school? The best moment, your most beautiful days in school.
My third term, cause I'm not happy because instead, they don't use, they don't use for me, and then
Okay.
my exam or that third term, they don't use for me, and then my classmates help me to use. Certain
Okay.
third,
Okay. Okay.
certain
Wow.
third, that's the same thing that they do test them, test them, test them, test them, not like at, after school and we are home, and I not go to school certain time, and then on that 24th, I supposed to do on Monday, because I not go to school on Monday, because I'm not feeling fine. Because
Okay.
cause I go to, I went to school on Tuesday, and then you know that, cause,
Okay. Your thoughts are beginning to wander, but I got you. Okay. Why school seems to be better? Your best day in school, like you said earlier, was that you couldn't read a particular thing in exams, and your friends this time around, instead of laughing, they helped you to read it out so that you can answer the right question, right?
uh,
And that made you happy. Okay, I
uh,
love that. Great. So as we round off now, let's move a little bit back to yourself so you can tell us more about yourself. So Fatima, let's start with you. So what do you love to do? What are your hobbies? Talk to us.
Well, I like to sing, and I like to sing all the songs that how I how I feel like when I'm sad, when I got the blues, when I'm happy, or when I want to dance, and I like to dance a lot. Me, I like to pro. Me, I like to to be creative with colors and draw. I I love to I love to make stories. I was even called a sto- the great a great storyteller in Foliage Academy.
Wow, wow, I love that. Amazing. I mean, she loves to sing, and I love how she uses songs. Songs help her. It helps her mood. Okay, and then yes, and she paints well, even on Zoom. I forgot to actually put some of her work here on StreamYard so I could show it. I mean, she's trying to write something and she's going to paint the board with different rainbow colors before she finally gets to write. And maybe after this, I might post some of her work. Coach Doshima, I'm sure you have some too that you might post for people to see. Okay, so Chiamaka, talk to us. What do you love to do? What are your hobbies?
I like to, I know how to cook. I like,
Hey,
I like I like how to bake, and I like how to take care of the children.
wow. Wow, can you see this amazing gift? She loves to take care of children, she loves to cook, she loves to bake. But you need to bake cake for me, Chiamaka, and send it to me.
That is your birthday.
My birthday that has passed, but I don't mind. You will still send the cake. You will still send the cake. Okay, so what would you like to be, Chiamaka? Would you like to be a cook because you can cook, or there's something else you would like to be?
I like to cook jollof
Wow.
rice.
Hey, Patty
I like
love
to
rice.
I like to cook mama rice. I like to cook dog rice. I like to cook spaghetti.
Hey, seafood that Chiamaka is mentioning. Ah, in fact, no wonder Rosalind is
Wow, you love to cook jollof rice. Can you
Yes.
teach me some?
next track. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
back.
Can you teach me how to make it?
Okay, so yeah, so I was asking you a question, Fatima. That how about you? What would you like to be?
I like to be a programmer one day.
Wow, wow. Awesome. Look at these amazing gifts, okay? That some schools and some people want to pin down. But I guess it's because of ignorance. And that's why we're here to create awareness. If you're here on this group on Dyslexia Help Africa, you're called a dyslexia helper for a purpose. Okay, because we believe that whatever information you get here, you can share it with other people. The more we share, the more people get to understand that they don't need to write children with dyslexia off. Okay, so second to the last question. Uh, one word for children. No, and that's one word for teachers. Yes, for teachers who don't understand their students who teach. What advice would you have for them? What would you say to them?
I said that they should know the problems first and try and find a way to make it easy for them because it will be helpful for them. And even if it's hard, get find a help try and find it. Even if it takes hard work, it it's it will help the children very much.
Wow, wow, thank you, Fatima. Powerful advice that Fatima is giving to teachers out there. Instead of flogging, try to find out what the problem is and help the kids. And that's why I want to applaud as many people that have taken the dyslexia course and are taking the dyslexia course. Because what has brought you here is exactly what Fatima has just said, looking for ways to help your kids. And that has led you here. Thumbs up to all of you. So, Chiamaka, how about you? What advice do you have for children in class who maybe they laugh at their friends or they have friends that cannot read well in their class? What would you say to them?
I told them that you don't laugh at them and that you don't flog them.
Okay, yes. So teach your kids not to laugh at their peers. Okay, teach them not to. And like I always say, if your kids are laughing, it's because you're first of all laughing. And if your kids in school think that a particular child is not smart or intelligent, it's because you made the kid think that they are not smart or intelligent. So everything boils down on you as a teacher. I mean, it's like if you think that it doesn't boil down on you, it means you don't understand the power you have as a teacher. That is your class. You're in control of it for as long as those kids are in that class with you. Okay, so final words to your parents. Fatima, Chiamaka, I know that your parents have been very supportive. Let's start with Fatima. What do you have to say to your parents?
I love my parents. They always try to find a school for me that is just right. They know what to do. They do a lot of hard work and caring, and they are always loving me. So, and I really wanted to thank them about all the things what they have done for me. May God bless
Okay,
them all.
okay, thank you for that, Fatima. So how about you, Chiamaka, as we round off? What would you have to say to your mommy and daddy? I know that your parents have been so helpful. Your mommy will be there helping you in class. If your mommy is not around, your daddy will make sure you connect for class. So what do you have to say to daddy and mommy? Yes, Chiamaka.
I'll tell my mommy thank you. I'll tell my mom thank you too. And I'll tell my father thank you for everything they have done. And then I tell my sister thank you. I tell my other sister
Oh,
thank you. Everything they have done for me. I tell them thank you so much. I love them. And I love all my family. I love all of them.
I hope the whole family is watching this. Wow. What an awesome session. We just have to take extra minutes because this is important and this is not something we do daily. It's not every day that we bring Fatima and Chiamaka on board, but I'm sure our viewers enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you so much, Fatima, for being here. You were amazing. Thank you, Chiamaka. That was excellent. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's give them a digital clap. I mean, I've learned so much. They made me cry a bit, but I'm happy I was able to control myself because guys don't see me wailing. But I start wailing. Okay. We'll just stop the session into a morning session. All right. So bye, Fatima. Bye,
Bye.
Chiamaka. I will see you later. Yeah, let me take you on
Bye.
stage. Awesome. Bye. Okay, wow. Wow. I didn't see this coming. I didn't think I would be a crybaby. Oh God. Thank you so much. I mean, what I was trying to say that I couldn't control my tears and I had to leave was that when you flog kids, you think they don't want to read. There are some things that is common sense. And that's why I say most times when we flog children, you need to ask yourself from which perspective are you flogging? Because if you check your emotions, you're flogging them because you are frustrated. So most times it's not even about them. It is about you. I know for me, I'm always more particular about teachers. So I'm talking to teachers, not parents. For parents, I can't tell you how to raise your children. I know that even that kid, when most kids see it, has a lot of power. But I'm focusing mainly on teachers now because I believe that when parents take care of their kids, it is not so to flog them. Okay. And when you're flogging it, why? It's common sense. Every child delights in being able to read. Every child delights in being able to read. So if it gets to the point of even having to flog them, believe me, it is beyond them. Kids show off when they can read. So if you have a child who can read, who is struggling to read, it's even an able textbook, they are not done with English yet, struggling to read, it means it is beyond them and you need to find a way to help them. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Okay, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Miss Maria Roberts. I'm Miss Elizabeth, Coach Doshima. There's some Lydia. There are some Facebook users I'm seeing. It's actually it doesn't show your name because you have not given StreamYard the permission. There's one link attached to this or to this video. Just fill it, and it's once and for all. Anytime we are live, it will show your name. Thank you. Thank you, our parents. Ofia blessing. Thank you, peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Plenty Facebook users. Thank you for being here. Let me read this comment from Peace. Oh, these kids also feel bad too when they can't meet up with the required milestone for their grade level or age. As teachers, we need to teach our students to be empathetic rather than laughing at students struggling with their learning. We are to encourage them to support these students in the little ways they can, e.g., giving words of encouragement. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. All right, everyone, have an amazing weekend, okay? From me to you. Bye.